Hi, this is Julia Burns, and I am the coordinator of the Professional Development Consortium for ROE 26 and 33. And I'm going to show you how I create online book studies using Google and Twitter, and I will be presenting on this at the Connecting Conference in September. Now, the reason I really like to do this is because Google is free, and so is Twitter. And I started doing this, I originally wanted to do this using Google Groups or Google Classroom, but because I work with so many different school districts, if they weren't in my organization, we weren't all able to get into the same group. So then Cindy Dolman out of the Peoria ROE, she showed me how to do this by sharing folders, and it has been a game changer. And so this is how it works. Everyone has to have a Google-based email. And if they don't have that, they can just open up a Gmail account, which is super easy to do, and I give them directions on how to do that. But most of my schools are Google schools, and so their school emails work just fine with this, and they don't have to do anything extra. And then each week I share a Google folder with the participants with their weekly assignments and due dates in it. And then I keep track of their progress in a Google Sheet. And then if I see anybody that's falling behind, I will send them a progress report. And then sometimes I even participate in the book studies with them. It gets to be a lot of work though, so a lot of times I'm just facilitating it. And the assignments in the folders, there's a page for discussion. So I usually start with just a blank sheet and then, or a blank table, and then they have to discuss in there, and then they have to respond to others within the table as well. And then one of the assignments every week is they have to tweet. It's a must, and I'm trying to teach them how to build their professional learning community through Twitter. And some of them are very scared about this, but they all have to do it, and they all do it. And so it's teaching them some of the tools along the way. And we get into hashtags. They have to use certain hashtags and search each other and follow each other. And then we start tagging. And then I even challenge them to do book snaps, which is a lot of fun too. There's not always an activity, but sometimes there's an activity in the folder that they have to complete as well. And then at the end, we finish it all off with a culminating project. And so I want to give you a little glimpse of what this looks like. And okay, so this is, I'll go to my originals. This is what my folder might look like. So I have folders for each of the weeks, and I have a syllabus in here. So I start by sharing the syllabus before the book study ever starts, and it explains what they're going to be doing, what they have to do, what the schedule is, and then each week I just share a folder with them. And for instance, here's week 2, and one page will have the guide. This is what the assignments are going to be, what they have to complete. Here is the discussion. I'll show you what a discussion might look like. Oh, this one is filled in. I thought I had a blank one there, but I just start with a blank folder, and they have to fill it in as they go. I have a resources folder, which might have some tips on how to use Twitter or how to use hashtags. And then there was an activity with week 2 here. So I have a folder here that they just have to drop their activity into. I think they had to write something for this one, and then they just drop that page into the folder. And yeah, others can see it, but that's okay. They're discussing with each other. They're being vulnerable. They're seeing what others are doing as well. And so that's just basically what it looks like. And so if you have any questions or comments or anything, you can email me or tweet at me. And I hope to see you in September at the Connecting Conference.